everyone, you are joined by myself, Lottie Macro, on Future Hits Radio, live at The Great Escape 2025. I'll be bringing you all of the chit-chat with the greatest up-and-coming artists who I've actually escaped to the seaside with. Alternative and indie to pop and folk, I'll be presenting to you a brilliant lineup of international acts, and I'll be filling you in on everything they've been up to and everything that they've got coming up. So sit back, relax, and stay tuned. Today, I am joined by the wonderful Marianne Leigh.
Hi, I'm so happy to be here.
And you have just performed at Spro Coffee Co., haven't you?
Yeah, I just finished my performance.
How did you find it? Was there a nice atmosphere?
It was such good vibes, honestly, and I got to play some brand new music that I've just written and chat with the crowd. It was super intimate, so you don't often get to play shows like that, so it was really nice. I really enjoyed it.
Do you feel like you get like a calming vibe from the ocean?
Yeah, 100%, especially growing up in New Zealand. I think being closer to the water, I just feel like grounded.
Yeah. Does it feel like home from home being in Brighton?
Honestly, yeah. I was just saying that to the person who organised the event, Dan. But yeah, I mean, just the energy here and the weather being good, it just feels like home.
So I last caught you at the Ned at New Music Monday, which was curated by Jodie Bryant. How was that set? How did you find it?
I loved it. It was super last minute, so that was really exciting. I played there once before, but last minute someone dropped out and I put my name forward and I got to perform again. And it's just so fun. You play a stage in the middle of this massive room in this gorgeous hotel in central London, and it's just such a lovely experience, and the acoustics are amazing, and you get to hear like the best up-and-coming music at the moment. So I had such a good time. Yeah,
I did as well. It was really beautiful lineup, so shout out to Jodie for that. And of course Jodie also does Discover Live. Do you think we might see you on a Discover Live lineup maybe in the future?
Oh god, crossing my fingers. I really hope so. I've been to quite a few of the Discover Live shows. Let's put that energy out in the universe.
Yeah, let's manifest it. Okay, so what can we expect from you in like the next month, the next few weeks? Have you got anything exciting coming up?
Yeah, so I'm going on tour. So this is the second stop on my tour. I performed at the Hanwell Hoodie Festival just a few days ago, and now I'm here in Brighton, and I'm off to Manchester next week. And so it's my first time going to Manchester. I'm so excited. I've never been. I've heard great things. And I'm playing a co-headline show with my friend Grace Kelly. So I'm going on tour, and I've got some music. We don't have release dates just yet, but it's cooking, and I've been teasing it online, so it'll be coming out at some point this year.
How would you describe your sound in one word for any listeners who are new to you?
Oh my gosh, one word? I'd say kind of toxic, to be honest, but in a great way, because I feel like everyone feels those uncomfortable toxic emotions, like whether it's like jealousy, insecurity, or like having to be delusional or anything like that. And sometimes you need music to just justify how you're feeling. So I definitely write music about like needing to like justify these like weird emotions we're having. So girly pop toxic, that's 3 words, sorry.
That's okay, I'll allow that. We'll make a special exception. Would you say that writing music is therapeutic? Is it kind of like a sonic diary for you, would you say?
100%. Like the relief you get from journaling, I feel that like times by 100 when I write a song. I don't know, I just feel like it just makes it make sense a little bit more, and sometimes it helps me put a feeling to bed a bit, because I'm not someone who can kind of brush feelings under the rug. I have to feel them. If you're one of my close friends, you know that I'd like call you all the time when I have a problem, and I talk for hours about it. Like I'm such a yapper, and so
you and me both.
And so writing music is like a form of yapping, basically. Yeah,
I love that. And today I am joined by the lovely Field Guide.
Hello, nice to be here.
You have just performed at Green Door Store on the Canada House stage. How was your set?
It was very fun. It's nice to be here. It was, a fun show. Looking forward to a couple more.
But let's talk about your music. How would you describe your sound in one word to listeners who are new to you?
Terrible. Yeah, no, it's one word. It's indie rock leaning, singer-songwriter, death metal gospel kind of sort of vibes.
My particular favourite piece of yours is You Were. Can you talk a bit about the inspiration behind that track?
Yes. I wrote that song in Northern California when I was mixing my first EP, and it just kind of came out. It just kind of came out of me. It was inspired by a breakup that I was going through at the time, and it's kind of gotten out there and reached a lot of people, which is really cool, and I play it every show.
I am joined by the wonderful Sametime. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves?
Hello, I'm Sam.
I'm Tim, and we are Sametime. We both sing.
We do both sing.
And groove and dance about on stage as well, I've noticed.
Absolutely, it's all in the hips.
Last night, shall we talk about that? You were at Bootleggers. I was front row, I was fangirling, me and my friend were having a great time. How did you find it?
It was good fun. It's nice to be back on stage and playing, and especially like also knowing that we've got, I think we're doing 4 gigs over the next couple of days. So that was just like the first one to get that one out of the way, and everything went smooth, and it was nice. It was great. It was very hot and sweaty. Like
It was very interesting because when we were setting up, the room was kind of cleared out a bit, and I was like, oh, all right, well, that's all right, that's fine, we'll just do our thing. And then I opened my eyes about halfway through the first song, and it was packed, and I was very, very happy. It's very, very cool.
Right, this is what I've been wanting to ask you about, actually. You performed some unreleased songs. Now, I saw you, I was at the Great Escape last year, and I watched you guys perform at the Mesmerist. Yes. And you performed a couple of unreleased songs then, and a couple of the songs that you performed last night, I believe, are still unreleased. They are. When are they coming out? Can we find out?
We spent 12 days in February recording an EP, and first song of it comes out at the end of May, and then we'll be rolling them out over the rest of the year. Some of the songs that we played last year aren't on it because at that point we were like, oh, we're gonna make an album, but now we're not making an album, we're doing an EP. So we cut a few songs, but it's all coming together, it's all sounding good, and it's even better to be able to play them live for the first time and see people's reactions and see whether they like them or not.
Absolutely. Well, I can tell the crowd did last night. And what I actually noticed was that there was a fan in the crowd that knew the words to one of the songs that was unreleased, but it's coming out at the end of the month. How did it feel to, notice someone knowing the song already?
Yeah, well, Brighton's been very kind to us in many ways, but it's the first place that ever sung our songs back to us. And the craziest part is that all the shows, there has been a couple of people that have just singing unreleased songs that they've either filmed on their phone and just listened to later on. We also have made a very good group of friends here, and they all listen to our music as well, and they were there singing away and supporting us. But I don't know, it's still a very weird feeling to look down and see somebody, singing out the words that we've written in our back of our house, a couple of months ago. It's crazy.
And you mentioned earlier about putting out an album. Is that still something that obviously you said, you're going to put out an EP? Yeah. But when do you think you might get the album out?
We've got a manager now and a good team starting to be built around us, and they were the ones that were like, you can only do your first album once.
True.
And so we kind of took our foot off the gas on that one. But if all goes well, the EP does well, then we get signed or something. I don't know. We'll do an album. Yeah.
That's everyone's goal is to release albums. That's why we make music as well, is to release big bodies of work and then be able to play it live. So eventually it's on the bucket list, but we want people to listen to it, so we'll have to build some fans and then so people listen to the album.
And I am joined by the amazing, the incredible Arkayla. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves?
I'm Finley, I play guitar.
My name's Carl, I'm the singer.
I'm Dylan, I'm the drummer.
I'm Joe, I play the bass.
So of course we're at the Great Escape 2025. Is this your first time in Brighton?
It's my very first time in Brighton. I think Finley is the only one who's actually been before. I've always wanted to come. It's always been on my hit list of places to go. I was promised a bit more sun, that's all I'll say, because when we left this morning from Manchester it was bloody boiling, and now it seems to have gone. But apart from that, yeah, I'm very happy to be here. Finn, what was your experience of Brighton last time you were here?
Yeah, it was alright.
It was alright.
I've never been to Brighton, to be honest, but I'll burn in this, me, so I'm glad there's no sun.
Never before.
So this is your Brighton debut then?
It is, yeah.
Hey.
And we've come to brighten up your day.
Yeah, exactly. Hey. There may not be sunshine right now in Brighton, but you guys are bringing the sunshine. Speaking of venues, what would be your dream venue to perform at?
Deepdale Stadium, I think. Although I don't think there's ever been a concert there ever, so it'd be the first one. And who else to do it?
Old Trafford, all day. The new stadium as well, when it's 100,000 people. Come on. Yeah, Old Trafford all day.
We are all United fans. Bar him, he's a Preston. That's why I said Deepdale, he's a Preston fan. But we're all United fans. And they're building this new stadium, 100,000 seats, and I reckon we can be the first band ever to play that.
In one word, how would you describe your sound?
Asthmatic.
It'll give you an asthma attack. It's a bit like that.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Top.
And how long have you guys been together?
So me and Finn, we met at school. We've known each other since we were very young. Started writing songs when we were about 14, and we've had a few different lineups over the years.
But these lads, how long?
Go on, you tell us. How long have you been in the band, you two?
I've actually been in a band a year. A year at the end of this month. Yeah, man. Woo! But yeah, and I've not looked back. I had an absolute ball.
I got here about 6 months before him, and we're a family now, aren't we, guys? We're a family now.
We are.
What makes you guys a family? What's like, obviously, other than your music, what do you feel brings you guys together and connects you? Like
Finn's mum's meals. Absolute
Meatballs.
10-10. Like, she's a great cook. Great cook. Yeah.
I think that's what family's all about. You don't really want to spend time with them, but you're forced to through multiple occasions, and you know we love each other really, and that's what it's all about.
Today, I'm joined by the amazing, the incredible Simple Things. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves?
My name's Shane, I play bass guitar.
My name's Dylan, I sing and play the guitar.
I'm Keelan, I play accordion and keys.
So you guys are from Ireland, aren't you? Is this your first time in Brighton?
Yeah.
First time in Brighton, yeah. First time in England doing a show, actually.
It's our first show outside of Ireland, yeah.
If you came back to Brighton and you had a bit more time, what would be on your Brighton bucket list? Where would you go? What would you do?
If we weren't here so early and so tired, I probably would have went out and got on some of them rides outside in the pier. But I don't think I could stomach them now.
Yeah, I don't know. We don't have a clue, really. What would you know what to do?
What would I recommend? I mean, you've got to go on the pier. I feel like that's a classic. Yeah. So I'd say the pier, maybe go to the arcade.
We were going to do it today, but Dylan saw that it was £2, so then he wouldn't let us go on.
Yeah.
It is crazy.
What's that, like €16?
Well, we've been playing music together.
Yeah, we've been playing music together since we were in primary school. So we've known each other all our lives, really.
Yeah.
Then Shane joined us 2 and a bit years ago. That's when it kind of kicked off.
What made you guys want to cover Pink Pony Club? Is it just because like it's a big song that had a moment?
Kind of, yeah. Like we hadn't done a cover on Spotify, and like I suppose we were slow to do a cover in general, because like when you're doing your own original music, you don't want to get caught up in the cover kind of scene as well. So it felt right, and we loved it. Like we couldn't stop playing it, so we were like, we may as well just.
We posted a few covers of it as well, and they did really well. But I suppose as three lads covering a Chapel Roan song, and then the kind of Irish twist of it as well was a bit unique. So that's kind of why we went with that then as well. Yeah.
Is there a particular song that you guys have out that feels particularly special to you in some way?
My favourite is actually a song that's coming out next week. Yeah.
Good plug.
Plug it. Slide in.
22nd. So is it 22nd? 22nd?
No, it's the
23rd. Next Friday.
No, the show's the 22nd.
It's called. This happens a lot. It's called Last Summer. So.
Is it a song of the summer? Do you feel?
That's what we're going to try.
Well, yeah, we're going to try and plug it as that, but might be somewhere down the list.
Yeah.
So in like the kind of where we're from in Kerry, like there's an arena, and it's called the INEC, and we did our first show together there in the acoustic club, which was like 900 cap, I think it was.
Yeah.
And so like if we could do the bigger arena, which is about 4,000, like if we could do that at some point, that'd definitely be an amazing one, I think, because we grew up watching people there and stuff,
I am joined by the wonderful Lloyd John.
Woohoo!
And you have just come off stage at Spiegel Gardens. How did you find your set?
Oh, it was good fun. I played an Alt Escape gig last year, and this is definitely a much bigger stage than that one. So that's an upgrade, right?
Absolutely. Progress, onwards and upwards, always.
Absolutely. No, it was great. The whole lineup today on this stage was great. All friends of mine, so it was really nice to be a part of it.
So, is this your first time in Brighton, or you've been here before? What's your experience?
No.
So you were here at the Alt Escape last year, weren't you?
Last year. I did a small set with an icon called Daisy Veacock.
Oh, I know her. Yeah, love her.
Yeah. We did her song Pickle Juice together, and it was amazing.
Of course, iconic.
Yeah, Daisy's great. I've so much love for her. So it's good to be back and do my own set this time. So yeah, fun.
What about favourite spot in Brighton? Are you a fan of the pier?
Oh, of course. The beach is actually, the beach was the best part of last year. Waking up hungover and just jumping in and just feeling like my life has been cured.
Wait, did you actually go in the ocean?
Of course.
Wow, cold dip.
Cold dip. I think not every morning, but like 3 mornings, I think.
Is that like a post-show ritual?
Oh, it can be. I mean, it can be. It depends how good the show goes, I guess.
So, a soothing, curing cold water dip, is that what the vibe?
I suppose I actually really hate like a cold shower, but
It's good for the electrolytes or something, isn't it?
yeah. Someone told me it's good for me, so why not do it, you know?
Absolutely, health king, you know.
Yeah. And it's kind of trendy these days, you know, get in a nice bath and tell people you got in a nice bath.
Would you ever do the Boxing Day swim in the ocean? Would you ever do that?
I was going to say, what is that? And I was like, what is Boxing Day? And then I realised that, what do we call that in Ireland? The Ran. The Ran, the king of all boys, Stephen's Day has gotten. That's an Irish thing, anyway.
Beautiful rendition. Beautiful.
Yeah, when I was.
You should have performed that in your set.
No, I know. When I was a kid on the Ran or Boxing Day, I used to go around with my family. I play button accordion, trad, and my brother plays the banjo, my other brother plays the fiddle, and other brother plays the guitar. My dad plays barron, is like a dance teacher, set dancer. So we go around to all these pubs with like a hat and like just do as much as we can to get as much money as possible off these people. Like, do you know what I mean? So we'd run around, we'd do Irish dance, and we'd play trad tunes. I'd sing songs, and we'd make sure the hat goes around a couple of times after it. That is for sure. So I spent the whole day on Boxing Day doing work.
Hustling hard.
Always.
So can you Irish dance? Is that true? Wow.
If you're going to ask will I do it, absolutely not.
Demonstration?
Absolutely not.
Fair enough. We'll save that for another time.
Yeah.
And how long have you been making folk rock for?
I feel like I've been trying to make it forever. I'm only really making it now. I released a project in February, and that was very, very like formative to where everything's going. And because I started when I was really, really young, at like 15 to 16, and I did like pop and R&B and all these things, and I produced all these records and mixed them and mastered them, put them out, and they were really bad. So I kind of like gave myself that name as like pop R&B back when I was like 16, and since then it's just been like slowly shifting to what I love and trying to make it all make sense. But now I'm really loving the stuff I'm working on at the moment. Yeah, it's all writing right now, all writing and producing. Not a lot of releasing. That's done. That was the start of the year. Check out Am I Pretty Enough on Spotify now.
Do it.
I'm also building a new studio at the moment, so once that's done, me and my band can just be there all the time.
And you were saying, just before this interview, you were saying that you felt like you looked like a builder. So if you're building a studio, you know, you've manifested it.
This might look like a washed jean, but no. This is genuine dust. It is genuine dust from I think 12 hours of work today. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, just
the hustle never stops.
Get that leg shot, man. One of these.
Posing.
Anyway.
I love that. Dream city to perform in?
I want to do a massive show in Limerick, in Ireland.
Lovely.
I just want to do a massive home show. That's it.
Love it. You've got to do it. Got to do a home show.
Well, yeah. If you'll have me, guys. If you'll have me. Yeah, no. Limerick is the spot. I want to do a big show in Limerick. That'd be fun.
I'm joined by the Jins. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
Hey, I'm Jamie from the Jins. I'm drums and backing vocals.
Hi, I'm Ben and I'm guitar.
Yeah, I'm Hudson. I play the bass.
So how long are you guys in Brighton for? Are you sticking around for the whole festival or?
Saturday, I believe, we have a show in Bristol. So we play here tonight and then at the Manchester Arts Club tomorrow, and then we start it's like a tour that we booked outside of the festival.
Sometimes it's a little nerve-wracking to play in front of a crowd of people that have no clue what you're about. You know, sometimes the reaction's good, sometimes we clear the whole room, so we'll see. We don't really know.
So how long have you guys been a band and, you know, doing your music?
The very first show that we played was a house party on Halloween in 2015, 2014, so it'll be 11 years on Halloween night.
Yeah, Hudson joined the band. I mean, I think when Hudson joined the band, it's pretty much been 10 years since this, you know, we came together as a trio. So, yeah. We didn't do anything special for the 10-year anniversary, though. I think we try to ignore the fact that we
got old.
Yeah, we lost like 4 years to COVID, so it doesn't really feel like 11 years. It's like we were just spinning our wheels at home for a while, so yeah.
We try to keep up that youthful demeanor.
We've done a West Coast run all the way down to California, over through Arizona, and then back up through Nevada and Idaho. But our newest single that we just put out this year was picked up by Sportsnet, and they were broadcasting it on national television for the hockey games and stuff. Another one of our songs, the biggest song that we have, She Said, was placed in a feature film called Sharp Corner that was just released like literally 2 days before we flew out here. So it's been getting lots of good reviews, and yeah, it's been a very interesting year for the band so far.
If you were an instrument, which one would you be and why?
Piano, because it's melodic and percussive.
I'd be the kazoo.
I knew something like that was coming. Oh, satisfying. Cheers, Marty.
Cheers, thank you so much.
To a great set at the Great Escape.
Thank you very much.
I am here with the one and only Marti Perramon, and you are joined by myself, Lottie Macrae, on Future Hits Radio. How are we doing, Marty?
I'm doing great. Had a bit of a difficult set, but I think we pulled through. I think it was all right.
What was the vibe of your set? Obviously, you know, it went really well, but like, were there any highlights for you?
I think running back was the highlight.
Yeah.
I loved running back. It's a moment where I get to really connect with my band and go crazy, and I love, you know, rock bands are always something that have really inspired me when I make music. So being able to bring that energy on stage is something that I really value. I love it. I love it.
And you also performed Truck as well, one of my favorites.
Let's go.
What was the inspiration behind Truck? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Truck is actually about, actually weirdly that I'm playing Great Escape. It is a song about dealing with a lot of voices and dealing with a lot of people outside, people trying to tell you what to do all the time. And, you know, I had an experience with that where it really burnt me out. And that's what Truck is about. It's like the duality of me being really confident in front of people, and then when I'm home really feeling the pressure.
Would you say you're like an introverted extrovert or an extroverted introvert?
Second one.
The second one. Extroverted introvert.
Sure.
I relate to that.
Relate? Okay, relate.
So also in your set just now, you gave a little teaser to the crowd. You mentioned, you spoke about Mutual, which is an unreleased coming out soon. Yeah. And you almost gave us the gossip, but you didn't quite on that song. Are we feeling brave?
No.
I'm sorry. That's all right. But when is Mutual coming out? How soon can we be excited?
You can be excited now.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
There you go. But I cannot tell you the release date.
Okay, that's top secret. But
you can start your excitement right now. Thank you. Future Hits Radio. You should play it one time.
I will. I'll spin it. I'll give it a spin. What's your favourite London venue?
My dream venue is O2 Academy Brixton in London. I don't like the Eventim Apollo as much. I like O2 Academy Brixton. Yeah. And my favourite venue that I've played was probably, actually weirdly enough, Betsy Trotwood, because it was a 60 cap room and it really felt like the start of something when we played there with the band. So I have some really nice memories of it.
So it's a nice, like, special venue to you?
Yes, exactly. Really special.
You have been joined by myself, Lottie Macrae, on Future Hits Radio, live at the Great Escape 2025, and it has indeed been the greatest escape. I really hope you've enjoyed all of the content, and I will see you next year at the Great Escape 2026. Bye!